Claressa would be able to fight me as if I was to be a professional fighter. If I go and train the same amount of time that she trained, and then I would get in the paint and the out of whoever. It doesn't matter.
Turn down your phones, grab some popcorn, and cancel your next boxing match, ladies and gentlemen. The most incredible fight of the year happened outside a baby shower in heels and was caught on camera in 4K. The reason why undisputed GWA champion Claressa Shields switched from punching opponents in the ring to hurling a toy across a parking lot is 3 simple words: Papoose. Now pause and think about the result of combining reality TV with an Olympic gold medalist. A felony arrest, 12 million views in 2 hours, and sources say that Claressa lost it when she witnessed Tesehki going too near to her boyfriend are the results. Of loudmouth and a love triangle that is messier than a Zeus Network reunion, instead of having a conversation, they started yanking their hair, grabbing their nails, and shouting so loudly that even Siri couldn't understand them. However, was this a spontaneous outburst or a prearranged beating prepared weeks in advance? Who made the video? How come Papoose ran away? Isn't just tea, so pay attention. This is a real money-making boxing match. Claressa Shields' impending Netflix projects and her overt romance with none other than Papoose were to be celebrated with a quiet evening that included a softly lit rooftop meal, clinking champagne flutes, and maybe even a toast or two. But things didn't go as planned because prior to dessert being served, Tiki revealed that Taki, Say Santana's feisty younger sister, who is renowned for her outspoken, viral altercations and her unparalleled capacity to transform any area into a courthouse to show up out of the blue without saying sorry, and as if unconcerned that Claressa Shields don't play about her boyfriend. Claressa's hair was spread out, she was wearing a shining black dress, and she was wearing a ring on. Her finger that wasn't a proposal, but was definitely handing him mine, not yours. She was standing next to Papoose, who looked proud, but also a little nervous because, let's be honest, 3 active restraining orders and a world champion boxer should make you nervous. She was wearing leopard print, her hair was pulled back into a tight ponytail, and she had a smug smile that could have melted the ice sculpture on the dessert table, but security did nothing to stop her. The visitors gasped as she went straight past the front table as if she owned the celebration, although she didn't want to get involved. One of the women dropped her phone. A waiter tripped. As soon as Claressa saw her, everything changed. One of the unnamed guests exclaimed, "Oh, you're bold," Claressa thought to herself as she repositioned her heels, and Claressa handed her purse to a companion, then rushed toward her as though she were making her way to the stage. She flipped her 30-inch ponytail as though she had practiced this move in front of a mirror, and TikTok kept her ground while the guests moved aside as if she had an invisible force field. Claressa simply swung, which we mean by grabbing Siki by the hair, spinning her sideways, and slamming her into a table of tiny cupcakes that were intended to be eaten. Witnesses claim that Claressa didn't even blink, yell, or ask questions. Spell: allegiance with a grin and irony, but no assurances shown. TMZ interns were filming Papoose as she froze like a sim character before Claressa dragged her around the rooftop floor as though she were giving Swiffer a presentation. In a video clip that has received over 18 million views, she can be seen yelling, "I just wanted to talk."
Your ivory, and then the hashtag was like, "Ain't no street me up." Coming down, I've seen it. I was like, "Who is this?" I get over that to be a baddie. I'm not, girl. I'm gonna take it $100,000 from you. Girl, you give me $1 million. No, you give me $1 million, I get another with you. But that's gonna take after me training and everything. You know what I mean? Because I'm a natural trained, natural born trained. So if I really went and trained and sparring, because I think I'm gonna do some sparring. I've never in my life did sparring. I want to do it. I want to do some sparring. Because like all the sparring that you guys see me doing on baddies and the fights that people see me do when I was a child, that all was just natural. So I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna make me some professional training. Then we go see what's going on.
It was ruthless. A questionable blog post that surfaced 2 weeks before the rooftop beatdown claimed that Papoose had been secretly messaging Siki in order to get emotional support, professional advice, and PR help. Why was Claressa so stressed, even though it was a personal and chaotic situation? Was it merely jealousy, or was there something more sinister at work? If Siki is your emotional support system, you might as well get therapy, sir. Although Zeus Network never confirmed the texts, fans noticed that Papoose liked several of Techi's Instagram photos. Not just any posts, though, including one with a caption and another with ads for thirst traps and lip gloss. In her now famous Instagram tale, "These hands have been blessed by Olympic gold. Don't tempt me," Claressa said bluntly. "I'll snatch what's mine if I have to face blowing a kiss." Light-colored nails. Are you aware of the person who used the laughing emoji to repost it to Tesehki? The strain that existed behind closed doors was real at that time. Claressa pleaded with Papoose to stop talking, and he said, "It's nothing. She's just loud, baby. Loud is what you hear before the storm hits." One guest compared the storm that eventually broke out on the evening of the meal to watching Real Housewives and the UFC, while another said it was the most athletic hairstyle they had ever seen. When security finally arrived 3 minutes late, Claressa was taken to Tesehki, who was seen grabbing her lashes and screaming, "My nail, my nail!" A strange voicemail that appeared hours later and allegedly came from Taki herself shows that she didn't return a single blow, which is the worst part. "I had a whole camera crew in the SUV, and I wasn't trying to fight," she says in it. "I apologize, but it was supposed to be my return episode." Did we just hear that? Was Papoose being used as leverage, or was Claressa set up for this confrontation? And that's where we stopped, because just seconds after the altercation ended, police sirens sounded throughout the building. Someone had actually called multiple police officers, and while Claressa was getting a napkin for her scraped knuckles and adjusting her earrings, she heard a voice behind her. "I need you to come over here, ma'am." Yes, Claressa Shields. Were taken under arrest right away. The event was filmed from 3 angles with dramatic lighting, and it was uploaded to the internet in less than 17 minutes. The 2-time Olympic gold medalist, the GWAT, the woman who defeated rivals in Vegas and made pay-per-view history, Claressa Shields, is being led out of a rooftop dinner party in handcuffs. Yes, it was all caught on camera. 5 different points of view are currently circulating on TikTok, Twitter, and a private Snapchat group called She Beat Her Down, nail polish medium skin tone. The most popular video features the arresting officer saying, "Ma'am, we've received multiple reports of assault and battery." Claressa allegedly said, "Battery, I'm not even warmed up yet," before twisting and rolling. "Please turn around." Screenshots purportedly showing a direct message exchange between Techi and Papoose that took place just 5 days before the altercation. And let them cuff Toy's eyes as if she were posing for a photo shoot, while a group of assistants helped her into an Uber Black while she sobbed. Clutched a bundle of ice wrapped in a Gucci napkin, had mascara smudged, 1 nail missing, a wig, and lopsided lip gloss still shining. These were flirtatious late-night messages, I must say, replete with emoticons and questionable expressions. Like, "I wish I could be where you are right now." You're texting a woman who flips dining tables on live streaming while you're dating a professional boxer. Papoose reportedly stated in another message that she always wants to fight, but you're different, and you let me breathe when people say that they need peace. They had nothing to do with the music industry at all. Social media users shared these pictures with comments like, "Not Papoose gaslighting Claressa," while secretly texting Zeus Network's future star Techi got her hair snatched over a man who still wears leather vests in 2025. Remy Ma is somewhere sipping wine and watching this like eyes. Let's talk about Remy Ma, who posted a selfie in an oddly timed Instagram story that said, "Sometimes the trash takes. For medium skin tones, apply nail paint." Since Papoose and Claressa went public, Emmy has been eerily silent, but behind the scenes, she is rumored to have been negotiating a Dozers deal under the working title, "Life Without Loyalty." You can't make this up, or rather, we can't, because we just returned to the rooftop drama while Claressa sat in the back of the She, said, "You're going to regret this." And boy, did she mean it. As the internet debated whether she should be imprisoned or given a best prize, Fat Joe himself, yes, Remy Ma's lifelong mentor, hip-hop legend, and man who never minds his own business, entered the ring. A dispatcher who asked to remain anonymous told a blog with 12 people that Fat Joe had called the police precinct and demanded Claressa's release. It was bold to wear a ragdoll as a horrible wig at a beauty pageant, but it didn't stop the campaign. 2 hours after her arrest, fans created the hashtag #JerkFreakLarissa, with a boxer writing, "She did what any real one would do. You touch her. Man, you touch her," along with thousands of other people and celebrities. She's a national treasure. "You don't lock up Ali's daughter because somebody got too bold," Joe told the officer, according to the followers. Papoose was wearing the same jacket he wore to his wedding to Remy Ma poetically when he was last seen exiting the venue, head down, surrounded by flashing cameras. Glove. A fuzzy photo of him sitting in the back was published, adding a fresh twist to the rumors that he was in hiding, potentially cutting off contact with both ladies and possibly trying to lawyer up. Papoose didn't say anything at all, not even blogging or tweeting or even saying, "Y'all chill." In a Jersey hookah lounge, a man nearby whispered, "Bro, this isn't love and hip-hop. This is real life," while burying his face in his hands. Then came the final revelation of the second portion of the surveillance tape. The rooftop dinner venue apparently had 360° HD surveillance, which seems to have recorded the entire event, from the time Taki walked in until her lashes slid off the hair pole. What do you think? As per multiple blogs, the video demonstrates prior to Claressa attacking her, Tiki is seen whispering something to Papoose. Lip readers on TikTok believe she stated she wasn't even pregnant, despite the audio being unclear. But hold on, that one line has sparked a whole new notion that Claressa's alleged pregnancy, which she alluded to on Instagram a few weeks ago, might be a phony public relations gimmick, a secure the man strategy, or just Techi's jealous sullage. We do know that assault and battery are mentioned in the police report that was made public, but we are unsure. Claressa is free on bond, because if there's one thing Remy Ma likes, it's watching another lady smash into the same wall she once built a mansion on. Fans are guessing that the mysterious donor, the XO Loyalty LLC, is either Remy Ma or Fat Joe. But will Claressa file another lawsuit and press charges? Papoose? Is he the victim? There may still be legal lawsuits pending, and those cupcakes had no chance. Claressa allegedly stated, "He played us both, and I'm not done yet," in a final voice message that was leaked a few hours ago, establishing him as the true culprit in this whole situation. What happens next turns the smack into foreplay, so we leave you hanging. By now, the internet has become a vast courthouse, with Olympic champion Claressa on one side, accessing a rigged, legally protected camera while the other side is mocked for reportedly being pregnant and now free on bond. The question of whether Claressa is indeed pregnant started to surface as the smoke cleared and the memes started to spread. It was indeed revealed that Siki is not even pregnant in the one whisper that was given to her prior to Claressa's lunge. Officially lit the internet on fire, and body language was being used by everyone from YouTube tarot readers to Facebook. Aunties to analyze Claressa's new Instagram pictures. A few weeks prior to Claressa's rooftop rumble, let's fast forward, fans and blogs assumed it was a pregnancy announcement when Tiki's mic drop moment was left hanging, and she captioned a softly lit photo of herself hugging her belly. New season, new fight, new beginning, 2 hearts. But instead of a gender reveal, a due date, or an ultrasound, there were only cryptic captions and calculated angles. A blogger posted a side-by-side 3 days after she had a flat stomach in a waist trainer shape via coincidence, angle, or fake. Belly pad energy. An unnamed makeup artist blurred out Claressa's voice in a YouTube expose from one of her promotional shoots, saying, "I'm not saying she faked it, but she definitely told us not to touch her midsection and the bumps looked repositionable." Repositionable skull. In the meantime, who will face Siki at last? Sporting under-eye patches and a fluffy white robe from an Atlanta spa. She posted a 2-minute Instagram video called "Let's Talk About It, Baby." She started off by stating, "I didn't ask for this. I was invited by someone who said it was all love, and yes, that someone is allegedly Papoose." She then showed a text thread in dark mode which, of course, presented a contact saved as Golden Era Papa Crown messaging. "I want you to come through with just peaceful vibes, sir. Don't pay attention to her energy. She has sales troubles." The Olympic girlfriend, Remy Ma, who was once imprisoned for shooting someone over money, is now openly supporting Toy. According to some bloggers, a leaked pitch deck called "Wifed and Wounded, Healing from the Same Man" has been making the rounds on streaming platforms, offering a 2-women tell-all about Papoose's pattern of manipulation. If Rihanna had shown up to support Coogee after a fight with Chris Brown, there would have been unprecedented rumors that Remy and Techie could collaborate. But let's get back to the legal side of things, because the court filings have now been released. And guess what? Toy is suing. Claressa lost brand negotiations, a cupcake attack that defamed the public. As stated in the complaint, my client experienced shame, hair loss, and emotional distress by bumping into it at a high-profile event. The catch, though, is this. Clarissa's camp, which is suing her in a countersuit, issued a fiery statement saying that Miss Shields was provoked, manipulated, and purposefully ambushed by individuals seeking clout and controversy. "We will not be silenced" is bigger than boxing. It's about protecting Black women from weaponized lies. Some followers passionately backed her when she went viral with her accusations that Tesehki was a clout-chasing and dollar shop opportunist. According to Mona Scott and others, Claressa should accept responsibility and stop flirting whenever someone shows interest in her boyfriend. Meanwhile, Papoose doesn't say anything, but guess what? There's a grainy image of him walking alone, out of an OBGYN facility. Now, there are rumors again. Is Claressa indeed pregnant and he was just checking in to make sure? Or is he trying to be before everything goes wrong? Court, even messier's more claims of leaks. We conclude this mayhem with one final clip. A voicemail that was leaked and allegedly provided by Claressa to someone in her camp just hours after her detention indicates that Papoose was conversing with a third woman during the entire incident. Screenshots have not been verified, but if it is accurate, that dude should win a WWE title belt for triple-dipping dysfunction. Her name is Tiffany. Although I ought to have kept the ring in the ring, they altered my name, and I promise God that I will perform worse if they target me once more, whether or not I am pregnant. That's it, folks. Since there will likely be litigation in the near future, and both sides are apparently already booked for a public sit-down interview with Angie Martinez. Claressa, Tesehki, and Papoose are seated next to each other, talking about bad decisions and boxers. Without the gloves, the wigs are the true antagonist in this case is Papoose, who plays both sides like a rap game. Dr. Phil and Remy Ma are the unseen masterminds behind the scenes, pulling threads to create the ultimate vengeance storyline. The internet may never fully heal from the lawsuits that have been brought, but here is your chance. When Tesehki showed up without invitation and texted another woman's man, did she deserve every hair yank, or was Claressa acting inappropriately? In the comments, as you are the judge of this triangle that has now become a controversial square. Excuse me. But did Tesehki let Claressa become influential? Is Papoose better off just going to live in Wyoming and deleting his account? We are keeping tabs on every leak, screenshot, and questionable Instagram Live, as you are already aware, and this story is continuously evolving. Kindly subscribe, like, and comment on the Gossip Spill Vibe, where we do more than just reveal everything. We also zoom in on the video, flip the script, and draw attention to the drama in red. Keep an eye out because DNA results could be part 2 of this disaster.